Sister Catherine and Dixie join us in studio to talk about Carmel Terrace, assisted living facility in Framingham, Massachusetts, which I have been to and I love. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
We'll talk, about Carmel Terrace in just a second, but tell us about the charism of the Carmel Sisters and Carmelite Sisters and how it involves elder care.
Well, our title is Carmelite Sisters for the Aged and Infirm.
Kind of says it all.
Yes, it does. But sometimes when you're saying that title, people don't grasp the whole thing. But our charisma is basically sanctity of life, hospitality, a shared commitment, and compassion for our residents. Our foundress, Venerable Mary Angeline Teresa McCrory, she wanted that her sisters could accompany the elders in their later years of life as they're getting into the autumn of their life, she would call it, and just be there to help them as we would help our own parents.
When you say that too, sister, it makes me think, so my mom and dad are no longer with us, and my mom had to do some assisted living towards the end, and I loved the dignity that it gave my mom, because here is a woman, and I use her as an example, and I'm sure you at home have had the same thing, who for so many years raised a family, had a loving husband, and then her memories started to go, and she had these difficulties, and it was great that there was an environment that she could be cared for, and we trusted that she was being cared for because we loved her.
Yes.
And that's what I think the Carmel Terrace does. Tell us a little bit, Dixie, about Carmel Terrace.
So Carmel Terrace is a residential community. We have folks who are independent as well as some that need some assistance, and they really are able to age in place gracefully with dignity. We have a wonderful staff who are extremely dedicated, have great longevity, they don't turn over there, and the fact that everyone is so responsive and caring, it makes for a very unique and special environment.
What is, and I'm just throwing this out there, what is the most important thing that we as people who are not in assisted care should do to help those who are?
Come and visit.
I knew you were going to say that. I love that.
Honestly, it's people enjoy interacting with other people. Parents bringing children, bringing grandchildren from their own families. It's wonderful to see the interaction between the different age generations.
So what do you do there, Dixie, specifically? What is your role?
Okay, so I assist with admissions and marketing, and I really do a little bit of everything. As soon as someone calls Carmel Terrace, I typically take the call, and it's really an education, and it's kind of a fact-finding mission for me, because not everyone knows what we do and don't do. So I may get calls where I'm on the phone for half an hour trying to ascertain, is this an option for senior living that's going to be helpful to this individual. It's often the adult children calling or the senior themselves. And I'm really there to educate. I encourage them to come and see us, as Sister Catherine said, because every place is a little bit different. Being a charitable nonprofit, we find ourselves to be quite unique. It being that we live the mission and values that we profess there, and it's just a very special place. It's large. It has a lot of common areas. There are a lot of other communities may be single-purposed in their space. Ours is multi-purposed. So you can go to the chapel for daily mass. You can have exercise classes, go to the cinema. We provide healthy meals 3 times a day with 2 dining rooms. It's really lovely.
Maybe I should move in.
Yeah, you should. We're on over 27 acres. And
beautiful campus.
Yeah, and what's nice is that because we are adjacent and, by the way, attached to St. Patrick's Manor, we offer a continuum of care. We have separate admissions departments. However, we have a lot of residents who have siblings or their spouse lives next door at St. Pat's, so they can visit them all the time if they don't drive any longer and have meals together and the like. So it's quite special.
That's excellent. Sister, what drew you to this? Because you could have become a sister who taught, Sister of St. Joseph, did many different things. Why did you do it?
The elderly, for me, hold a special place in my heart. They're wise beyond what they even know. And talking with them, I get to learn so much from them. I really do. And sometimes it's even just bantering that helps me understand where they're coming from, to be able to be there to help them. Sometimes being able to pick up on a little thing, I can help them with that. You know, I'm a resident advocate there at Carmel Terrace, and any little thing that we're talking about at times can bring up, oh, they might need help with this. And so I've offered to help, and it's been gladly accepted, to the point where there's really no boundaries to my role. So it's quite fascinating, and the people themselves are just so sweet.
Is there something that we miss as we all get caught up? We're busy. I'm busy. We're all busy. Is there something we miss about the elderly that we should know?
They are wise. They are wonderful. They have such caring hearts. They know that they're going to be meeting their Maker sooner than a lot of us maybe, and so they're on a different plane. They're living their lives with intention, with purpose, and they know where they want to go. We have so many residents at Carmel Terrace that say, I can't wait to die. When is our Lord going to take me? Just because they know of the beauty at the end of their life that's going to meet them.
Well, that's part of the chapel too, and the faith component.
Yes.
I've been to that chapel, and it's great. You know, I can't say enough good things about it, in all honesty. Dixie, where can people learn more about Carmel Terrace?
Well, we certainly have a wonderful website which we continually update. I think the best thing is to pick up the phone and call and visit. It's, as I said before, and I don't want to repeat it too many times, but you really don't get a good feel for a place until you meet the people, meet the residents, have a meal, meet the staff. The staff is extremely caring and responsive, and I think that's important.
Carmel Terrace, Framingham, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. My best to Sister Maureen and Sister Bridget when you guys get back.
Yes.
If you see them, give them a big hug for me.
I will.
Pleasure having you both on.
Thank you so much.